It's not even 5 o'clock. Why are we doing this?
Squirrel. North Face Endurance Challenge, New York.
Do it.
It was our first major race for both of us. I mean, I did a half marathon. I did the half marathon.
That was my first official. I did a spur of the moment 5K, which is basically like a training run for me. And then my first real 5K that I did was the North Face Endurance Challenge. It's a very nice series. They go in several places in the country. They have Washington, D.C., New York, California.
I think there's other locations.
There's other locations. I just can't think of them right now.
But those are the major cities we can think of right now.
They're good cities. They're major locations, and the one we did is in Bear Mountain State Park in New York, and that was one of the more challenging courses that they have for this series.
Most technical and difficulty level were about 4 and 5 stars.
Yeah.
So maxed out there. You nervous, Carl?
No.
Freaking out doing everything you can.
It's so early and there's so much time I have to wait. That's the hard part.
Yay, we're off to the North Face Endurance Challenge. Second trail race for me, first trail race for Carl. Elevation and technical difficulty on this is it rated 5 stars. So
On their own scale.
on their own scale, but it is Bear Mountain and the elevation don't lie. Oh boy.
Chelsea did the half marathon. I did the 5K. They actually have a 50-mile race, a 30K, a marathon, half marathon, 10K, and a 5K, and a children's
They had
race.
a 50K, you know.
50 mile.
And a
Was
relay.
it a 50 mile?
Yeah, there was a 50 mile, but the 30K. Any of besides. I think it
Well,
was ideal running conditions.
yeah.
But waiting, because when we got there, we had to wait. They had a great system. You parked at this one parking lot, then you got buses to take you to the actual racing area, the start and finish area, and as well as their event afterwards. And it was not a long wait to get these cheese wagons to haul us from point A to point B.
Cheese
and
wagons
back.
being school buses. We traveled in style.
And the bathrooms, I mean, they had the lodge there too, which was
The Bear
a
Mountain
great,
Inn.
like, I don't know if it was a secret or not. There was people there, but it's better than going to the porta potties because you had the bathrooms there.
That's
So
right.
the first rule of thumb, find the toilets.
Oh my God, yeah. There's something about racing.
That
I can
brings-
wake up any day, use the bathroom, I'm good for a few hours. On a race day, I wake up and I think 5 times before I leave the house, I have to.
I was actually okay for this one. I didn't have as many bathroom needs, but I did pee a little at the.
And it's not like a little.
And we're off. Packing us on a cheese wagon.
For those guys, like
I'm done.
It's exhausting going up these stairs. Look, more stairs.
What's this again? What's this?
This is the North Face Endurance Challenge.
That's this?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's find the toilet.
You look so excited.
The race was so much fun. To start, I took it easy because I didn't know. I didn't know how bad. I was actually very like, I don't know the right word, but I was a little nervous, or just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to be.
Apprehensive.
Yeah, I was apprehensive because I was like, oh, why am I doing this? But once I got out there, there was great atmosphere, and then you're in the woods. I mean, you're in the woods, deep in the woods, in the state park, and the camaraderie between all the runners was nice because, I mean, we'd be cheering someone on and or telling people you can do it, go, or hey, can I go around? They'll let you go around.
It's a beautiful park, anyhow.
Yeah. There were some climbs where I walked. Actually,
to.
there were several climbs. And then it's just like once you get downhill, you gotta go. I mean, but there was the technical parts with the hills, or not the hills, the rocks were fun.
On the 5K, I made a point of not starting at the front, just followed the pack, and I realized that at my normal pace, they were going kind of slow. Now, I was in the last group to start, so I was in the last group to start the entire series. But
Yeah, they started these off in
little corrals.
the phases,
Yeah.
so like, which was nice because it spread out the crowds, even though we ended up catching.
Well, that's
all
just
the
it.
people in
Yeah,
front
so
of us.
so my group was actually going pretty slow for me. So I wound up passing people at the start. Then we had some uphill, and I walked past people up the hills. And downhills, I was doing really well. I'm good at bouncing off of rocks and grabbing onto trees, so I enjoyed that part. I did that well.
I like it, lots of smiles here, a few looks of trepidation. It's all good, 13.1 miles of fun right now in a technical course amidst some slight rain. Good day for racing, follow those yellow course markings, and we've got beer waiting for you in the mothership when you get back. 3, 2, 1, go ahead! Still 3 more to come.
Well, there they go. And I have another hour to wait before my race. So I'm going back inside at you. All right. So it's cold. It's about 50 degrees outside. It's raining. Light rain, but enough rain to make it unpleasant. Chelsea's race has started. She's on the road. She's out there on the trails, I should say, out there running. And it's cold. She's wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I'm going to be wearing long sleeves and shorts. I'm still contemplating whether I should wear this for a little extra protection or not. I have an hour to think about this. This sucks. I have to wait here for an hour while Chelsea's out there running and having fun. Having fun, that's relative. It's cold. It's miserable. She's not having fun. So at the finish of the race, we both did pretty well, especially for our age groups. I mean, I came in, if you look at it, I came in over halfway through the pack overall for my race. But for my age group, I came in second, 10 seconds behind the guy
In front
who
of.
beat me. So
It's
had I
hard-
not stopped,
I finished well. I finished an hour. An hour and 10 minutes.
I think I did 30.
Oh my gosh! I finished an hour and 10 minutes doing that.
36. I forget exactly what I was.
Or was it 2 hours and 10? Oh,
It was
sorry. It
yeah,
was
I was gonna
two-
say, wait a minute.
It was 2 hours.
You're doing 6-minute miles.
Man, I would have won that thing. No. Okay. And
But I do like them. I do like trail races.
we definitely like that because like I said, you're out in the woods, and I think it's important when you run these races to take a step back from your competitiveness, and this is probably more me, to just look at your surroundings, because you're in a beautiful place, it's natural, and you're out there running.
That reminds me that we were on part of the trail and you could see the Hudson River. We're up on a hill and you can see the Hudson River, and some
Yeah.
girl goes, "Oh, look at the river," and then she immediately said after that, "Oh, look out for the rocks," to her friend. So it's,
Yes.
it's like, which is it? What do you want us to do?
We went up there, it was a bunch of rocks, and it's just like, when you get up to the top, it was so worth it, because it was flat rocks just all around you, and then you could see for a couple miles, but then you kept going.
Yeah, you had to keep running anyhow.
But the downhill for that was insane. I mean, I was sliding down. I don't think there was a point where if you stopped, you would have hurt yourself and the person behind you.
That's a good point.
And I actually passed a couple of guys because I had to keep going.
Momentum. Just
Yeah.
go with the momentum downhill. People who like, I'm going to go slowly downhill, drive me crazy. Go just plow through.
But overall, recommend doing it. We're hopefully going to do the DC run for the North Face
Next year?
next
Because
year.
I think they already did that one.
Yeah, it's I think March, early
Okay.
March, or late March, and then we might do the Boston one if that's closer.
They don't have a Boston one yet.
But we heard.
But now they're talking about doing one
'Cause we
because
talked to
everybody
a-
from New York and Boston. Yeah, good.
We heard from a North Face rep that they might do
Yeah, because
that.
people from New York and Boston go down to DC. People from DC and Boston go to New York, and all the Boston people are like, "Hey, we want one too." But it'll be along the Charles
This
River.
was fun. I mean, it was scary and difficult. I mean, at the time, I'm like, I had a love-hate thing for it, but just like almost any race. But I actually had so much fun during this one, and I can't believe I did 13.1 miles in the woods. It was just insane. It was great.
We would recommend the North Face Endurance Challenge.
We're gonna recommend most of our races, but
I would
definitely-
recommend most races.
Definitely this one. It's big name, big payout at the end for any individual.
True.
But all right, keep chasing me, Carl. Did it.
Certificate of completion.